Did you know that 54% of employers have found content online that have caused them not to hire a candidate? Hi, my name is Nils Reib, and I'm your career branding expert. It's no longer sufficient just to have a great resume or being able to write a very motivational job application. Today, we see changes to the way employers recruit new employees, which makes it critically important for you as an employee to be on top of your online presence, at least if you want to land that next dream job. Some time ago, I received a long and very passionate email from someone that I didn't know. She was frustrated about her professional situation and frustrated because she felt like she was doing everything in her power to land a job within her sweet spot. The only problem was she never got called in for interviews. So I did what any other recruiter, headhunter, or employer would do. I went on Google, and I didn't have to look very far before I found some indications as to why she had a hard time landing interviews. Page 1. Not surprisingly, the two top results were her LinkedIn and Facebook profiles. But the following 3 hits, number 3, 4, and 5, on page 1, they were critical. They were all comments that she had made on various platforms on topics that related to her professional field. And see, that's not necessarily bad. But in this case, the language that she used, it was just horrendous. It was so bad that I certainly understand why an employer who would do the same search, I understand completely why they wouldn't call her in for interviews. Needless to say, she was devastated when I told her what I'd found. But as my great pal and online reputation expert Wayne Dennis says, it's what you've posted in the past that'll come back and haunt you in the future. And that's exactly what happened in her case. She had forgotten about these comments. They were made 3 or 4 years earlier, prior to me getting that email. It doesn't matter whether it's concerning your career or dating life today. Your first impression online determines how people you yet haven't met perceives you. A 2017 survey made by CareerBuilder showed that 70% of employers use social media to scan candidates' online profiles. 69% use Google and other search engines to scan candidates' online presence. And as you know, 54% have found content online that caused them not to hire a candidate. And here's a little kicker. 35% have chosen not to call a candidate in for an interview because they didn't have an online presence. The survey also showed that 44% of employers have found content online that actually made them hire the candidate. As you can see, more and more companies, recruiters, and headhunters are using social media and Google to scan candidates before they call them in for interviews. So what does that mean to you as an employee? Well, frankly, your next job might very well depend on what a recruiter finds on your social media platforms or through the online footprints that you've left behind. I've got 3 suggestions to help you get on top of your online presence. Number 1 being Google yourself. And when you do, make sure to do it incognito so that the results that you get is what everybody else sees when they Google you. And while you're at it, make sure to check out the image results as well. Suggestion number 2 would be to have a professionally optimized LinkedIn profile and a professional presence on there as well. Because LinkedIn is going to most likely be the first place a recruiter, employer, or a headhunter would look online, simply because that's where most professional profiles they would be. The third, and this one is the one that'll help set you apart. Number 3 is to have your own personal website, career website. Use that website to share your passions, professional passions, what drives you, how you can create value in the workplace. Share your thoughts about what goes on in your industry. Comment on trends. Share takeaways from conferences that you go to, books that you read that are relevant for your career. When you do that, you are going to build over time a very unique knowledge base to you. And you're going to give employers, recruiters, and headhunters a chance to dive into all that content and get to know you better, even before they meet you at the interview. So if you align Google, LinkedIn, and set up that career website, you are going to stand out like no other applicant the next time you apply for your dream job. So, is Google your enemy or promoter? If you want help to build your online presence and help passing that online test that recruiters and headhunters and employers do before they call you in for interviews, then head on over to nilsreip.com and sign up for my free email course, where I'm going to give you weekly action steps to help you build an online presence that's going to serve you and build your career brand. My name is Niels Reip, and I'm your career branding expert. Until next time, go out there and get the career you want and deserve.